Alright, welcome back everyone to the Man Up 2.0 tournament, round of 8. This is a best of 3 between Lanai's Little Secrets and some wacky SGs. This is game 2, as we can see. Lanai's Little Secrets, well, you guys probably can't because the overlay's covering it, but Lanai's Little Secrets taking game 1, so looking for the W here as well to take it home 2-0, but Swag probably not going to let that happen. Probably going to ban Alchemist this game as well. Barney playing him twice so far in this tournament and doing a great job at it. But ban's already underway. Swag banning out the Treant, and there's the Alchemist ban out. And then Lanai's Little Secrets not having first pick this time. And there's the standard Bat Rider Wisp ban out. So no surprise there. And we'll see what this first pick is, and I'm going to explain the giveaway that we're going to do. We've got some compendiums, so if you don't have a compendium, here's what you're going to do. Hopefully you have a Twitter. If you can tweet at Southpaw Gaming and also at FMBP Dota, it doesn't matter if you're predicting or you're right, just put the 2 teams you'd like to see in the finals, and then you'll be automatically considered for a compendium for the International 3, and we'll go ahead and do that after the round of 8 and the round of 4 tonight. So you've got a couple hours still to tweet at Southpaw Gaming and at FMBP Dota, if not both, at least one or the other. We can look at all those and hand out some compendiums tonight, so hopefully you guys can get cracking on that as the bans and picks a little further along now. So Swag, they're a fan of aggressive tri-lanes. Their aggressive tri-lane last game, I'll just be blunt, it kind of sucked. It was an interesting one, but it wasn't strong enough. They had no damage, no kill potential. They played it as best as they could, but obviously it wasn't quite enough. This time they pick up the Visage. It was a first round ban last game by Lanai's Little Secrets, but that leaves in Lifestealer. Lifestealer picked up on Lanai's Little Secrets, a strong carry throughout the entire game, and then Nature's Prophet picked up as well. Again, probably going to be played by Aaliyah, either in the off lane or just going to go ahead and jungle. Small chance we see him in the mid lane, but that's not all that common. It's still pretty good though, and given the right scenario, of course, like anything in Dota. But second pick here for Swag. What's it going to be? A mid, a carry, or what? OD not banned out yet. Maybe they pick it up. It's pretty much a free win, and they'll have the banning phase after this. They can take out Kunkka, they can take out Razor, 2 of the best heroes against that OD, and then there's not a whole lot else. At least that's one lane you'll win for sure. We'll decide if they decide if they're going to ban that. They got a couple more seconds here, 130 into the reserve time. Or sorry, 1 minute and 30 seconds. They pick up the Shadow Demon though, so yeah, looking to go aggressive with this. Again, there's, well, a lot of damage from Visage, obviously, but Shadow Demon just with the disruption doesn't apply a whole lot of damage until a little later on. But maybe you pick up a carry here with a stun, and then you've got yourself a pretty mean aggressive tri-lane. Maybe like a gyrocopter here with that flak cannon, or sorry, not the flak cannon. That's good too, to whittle everyone down and harass them up. But the homing missile disrupts, homing missile lands, and then you got the rocket barrage as you're going to get right there on top of them, and then Visage with the soul assumption. Throwing out a lot of damage that way. But into the banning phase, so Swag again, they take out the Nyx Assassin, valuing it pretty high as a ban, or just really not wanting to play against it. And then Lanai's Little Secrets here into their second round of banning. Their third ban, what are they going to take out? Maybe the gyrocopter. It could be quite good, or even the Alchemist for that matter. He's not as great as an aggressive lane carry, since he is pretty dependent on farm to get anything done. But if you get that Unstable Concoction, it's going to be pretty nice with that Shadow Demon disruption. And then after that, you have the Grievel's Greed to go ahead and be that comeback king that Alchemist is. He's already banned out. What am I even talking about? Everything I said is still true, but obviously not going to matter this game. I believe that their captain has lagged out, which is why there's no banning going on right now, so hopefully he can get back in without us having to remake the game, because we've had a lot of delays today already.
Radiant team ban.
Alright, connects just in time there. To ban out the Spirit Breaker as a potential carry, I would assume, for Swag right now. He's been being picked up a lot, thanks to Kai P, but also thanks to Ice Frog for giving him That Greater Bash
5 seconds
automatic
remaining.
proc on charge now is pretty nuts. So there's that. He is quite a good hero
time.
these days. That move speed aura really helps him out, as well as other supports early on. Without really, you can kind of forego boots, and then you're just so fast. And they ban out the gyrocopter. I think that's another really good ban, as we kind of talked a little bit about that. The homing missile disruption combo into the rocket barrage, just a lot of damage into that tri-lane. Unlike last game where they really had none. This game would have been quite different, and still may be quite different. And then Nyx and I'd say respect Rubik Ban. Hydra played a great game last game. Some amazing steals. He was a dead man walking 2 or 3 times and just walked out of that alive. So it was quite impressive stealing that ghost ship, some torrents, and then of course Aaliyah with the map presence on the Prophet, really saving a lot of his teammates and getting quite a few kills and assists early. And then the Jakiro taken out here, that would have been a good ban as well as the Rubik. But again, Nyx, Rubik, and Jakiro, all pretty quality defensive tri-lane heroes, just with the AoE stuns that they bring to the team, and then the AoE from Rubik coming from the telekinesis drop. It's not the longest stun, but it is still pretty disruptive at the early game, especially when you're not having any
10
boots.
seconds remaining.
And now the third pick here for Swag. What's it going to be? Carry mid
5
or
seconds
an
remaining.
offlaner? There are 3 options here right now. Unless they do something crazy and run that Shadow Demon mid.
Reserve time.
That is, however, rather unlikely.
Lone Druid.
Dire team.
Alright, so they pick up the Lone Druid. Looks like we're going to see a Jesus Lone Druid on the field. However, Aaliyah's Nature's Prophet is going to do quite well against that. NP, I'd almost say he can win that matchup pretty early on, especially before 5. The Treant Harass is kind of a lot to deal with. It pushes Lone Druid back, and then the Bear, which obviously does more damage than the Treants, but it can't attack if Lone Druid is running
10
away from the
seconds
Treants.
remaining.
And it doesn't kill the Treants all that fast either, so Nature's Prophet
5
can actually
seconds
zone Lone
remaining.
Druid pretty hard until level 5, especially at level 3 for Nature's Prophet. That's
Reserve time.
the kill potential, if not the maximum zoning potential, because you get 3 Treants, and Nature's Prophet, Lone Druid just can't deal with that in the lane and has to pretty much back out of XP range, and or at least back out and just do his best to last it with the Bear. But Aaliyah likely able to deny over the Bear early on. But we'll see how that goes. Maybe they'll try to evade that matchup or just jungle the Lone Druid. A couple options available to them. And wow, the Bane pickup, immediate answer to the Lone Druid. Bane, the only hero that can 100% guaranteed stop the offlane pulling of that Spirit Bear. So Bane picked up right after the Lone Druid for that reason. I would imagine just Nightmare the Spirit Bear, creep drop, aggro, and run right back to your lane. Which makes me think they still need to aggressive now that that Lone Druid won't have that available to him. He definitely can't go offlane, so that's
5
shut down,
seconds
but it's
remaining.
likely he'll be solo safe. So they still have that going for them, the Lone Druid, but
Reserve
won't
time.
do amazing in the solo safe lane either, unless the support comes, kills the Nature's Prophet out, or just a decently fast level 5, maybe get a kill on Prophet that way. And then the Quap picked up here by Swag, so going to likely be played by Squee, so this time we'll see Squee playing that Queen of Pain instead of Fan, and Fan's hero yet to be picked, that's going to be that last pick. And who are we missing here on the side of Swag? It looks like Static missing his carry right now, as I'm fairly confident Jesus is going to be on this Lone Druid. But some bans come out. The Weaver is taken out. They just don't want to deal with it. They do have a bit of lockdown, but Weaver does counter that Lifestealer pretty easily, one-on-one. No problem there. Although Bane not so bad against Weaver, but it would be an annoying hero, and clearly Swag shows that they like to play it based on last game, so it's banned out. And then OD banned out as Fan's hero, which I think they might have been going for. Maybe not, because then that opens a whole new lane. That would open Lone Druid in the mid lane versus OD. I don't know if they
5
needed to ban
seconds
that
remaining.
out. But they did here. You could have done a solo safe Quap, Lone
Reserve
Druid mid
time.
versus OD. Would have been a little interesting,
10
but it
seconds
would have worked out
remaining.
in Lone Druid's favor. And they pick up Lanaya, so the Templar Assassin
Radiant
pick for
team
Lanaya's little
pick.
secret. Maybe after this series they'll go ahead and tell us what that secret is, but I have a feeling they don't know either. We might have to just ask Lanaya. But anyway, the last pick coming out now from Swag. needs to be a carry, hopefully with a stun to lock down after that disruption. Maybe even a clockwork. They would lack a little carry potential with that clockwork, but a clockwork farming in this tri-lane, Shadow Demon, Visage, Clockwork, would do a whole lot, and I think they'd actually win that tri-lane. And Clockwork, decent against makes as well. Also pairs up pretty well with Quap, you know, the initiation from Clockwork, makes some confusion, Quap runs in, gets a nice, well-placed ultimate off, as well as some Scream of Pains. We'll see what they do. We run that on my team occasionally, but... And Flex on my team thought he might want to pick it up. But no, they're going to go with the PL, so... Aggressive lane with this PL? I'm not sure. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Alright, and for some reason I just always introduce the Dire first. So on the side of the Dire, this time, Lanaya's Little Secrets, there's Aaliyah on the Nature's Prophet yet again, so look for another big game from him. We've got Fan for the second time this tournament that we've seen, playing this Templar Assassin, going a fast bottle build, very fast bottle build, as the Tangos were actually pulled to him from Hydra. And then we've got Hydra himself on the Bane, going bot lane, going aggressive actually. Interesting. And then, okay. Yeah, so going aggressive, Brunster on the Jakiro with that, and then Barney to round out that aggressive tri-lane, playing that Nakes with a standard build here, which leaves Lone Druid in the off lane. So now we're over to Swag on the Radiant. We've got Jesus on this Lone Druid in the off lane. Gonna have a pretty hard matchup, I think, as I've already talked about, against Aaliyah on that Nature's Prophet. Squee on the mid lane on a Quap. Was this regen pulled to him? No, it was not. So gonna have
30 seconds
quite a few last hits to go ahead to get to that quick bottle. And actually in the bot lane, some wards going out. So camp is blocked now. That's a harder one to sentry actually. So that's the word you should place these days. Even a little further over, like here, because then that one won't see it. Yeah, so camp is blocked. Not gonna be able to do any pulls to get any advantage out of this defensive lane. But let's keep introducing. We got Blink playing that Visage. I don't know if I've seen him play Visage. Jesus plays a pretty nice one, but
so I am told.
We'll see what Blink can offer us this game. Flex this time on the Shadow Demon wards and a bunch of consumables, and then Static picking up a Quelling Blade just to last it a little bit easier in this defensive tri lane, as they looks like they did expect the aggressive lane. So I think that's actually a pretty good choice up for him. Going into this laning scenario, and have there's the creep. I was like, have they even spawned yet? So they're coming in now. Rune warded, and then also camp blocked here by the Dire, Lanaya's Little Secrets. Let's see how Squee does in this lane. Fan with some nice sideblade harass. Oh, it doesn't even have that yet. Maybe just a big hit on Squee. And yeah, so we found out the other day, or rather, Orbit pointed out to me, and then we verified that if you pop the refraction, the damage instances don't count towards denies, so you can really dominate a lane with denies. So we'll look for Fan to do that, really play next level. And Jesus now level 1, trying to get level 2. Aaliyah, we can already see zoning him a bit, slightly ahead. Maybe just a couple more creep died in his favor instead of the zoning, but we'll check back in on that in a little while. It looks like the bear picking up, I would assume to be the Orb of Venom. No, not yet. And the mid lane, wow, Fan like behind the tier 1 right now, just trying to get some last hits. Level 2 and almost level 3. So Fan with 3 denies here over the Quap with 1, taking a lot of harass. Fan playing this matchup very well. He's already got his bottle, of course, as he was pulled some regen. And Quap here still pretty far from hers, 4 or so more last hits. And no action yet in the bot lane. We'll see how this tri lane will do. The defensive tri lane I think is stronger, especially with the disruption there by the Shadow Demon. I don't really know if Lanaya's Little Secrets can initiate upon this, but we see Brunster de-warding here, so taking out a rune. That way the mid can rotate down, make it a 4-on-3 in that bot lane. Trying to get a melt hit was Fan, not able to, but harassing Squee out of this lane like crazy right now. Normally we see this as a pretty even matchup, but Fan playing it very well. The last hits though, they are even, but now Quap forced to rotate to get that rune. Doesn't have the bottle yet. Pops off his regen there. The last hit's still pretty close. And then in the top lane, Jesus, is he taking a lot of harass? The bear is almost dead, actually. And now Aaliyah chasing away with the treants, throwing some last hits on Zeus. Getting fairly low. He's got his salve still, and can resummon this bear as well if he needs it. Ice Path goes out in the bot lane. Looks like the Nightmare maybe stacked a little on top of that. But Flex there with the disruption to buy some time. Now Barney getting pretty low. Can they go back in on Flex? I don't really think they can. Not with Barney being so low health on this Nyx. Jesus has resummoned that bear. Again, it's taking some harass. He's got the Orb of Venom now. But not being as zoned quite as much as I thought he might. And gonna hit level 5, and at level 5 I think he'll dominate this lane actually. Now Squee throwing out the Shadow Strike. He's got it in level 2. Not able to meld it there was Fan. Maybe didn't see it coming quite fast enough. Or just didn't want to waste the mana for it.
It is with grave emotion.
And wow, the courier actually sniped from behind the tower. So Squee blinks over to here, takes out the courier, and that puts the mid lane, I'd have to say, in the favor of Swag right now. Especially with the last hits now, much in Quap's favor. Fan just opting to do a lot more harass this game, but now being sort of harassed out as the Shadow Strike lands yet again. And Squee with a Scream of Pain can maybe go for a kill here. There's just enough mana for Refraction now in the bot lane. Anything going down here. Doesn't look like a whole lot of action yet after that Ice Path went out a little while ago that we saw, and then a nice disruption on Flex to save his life. And maybe we should check out those carries CS down here. So we got the PL at 8 compared to the Nakes at 16, so not getting any kills in this aggressive lane, and yeah, there's no pull XP advantage for the defensive lane here either, so I'd have to say, so far the Nice Little Secret's going to be winning this lane, and Quap just showing she's got a little bit better rune control, picks up that regen rune, got the double damage before that as well, and yeah, maybe has some boots coming out too. So lane going very well for Squee right now. He was taking a lot of harass earlier and it had me worried, but now right back in control of this. Jesus is 5. He's got kill potential. He's actually out-leveling Aaliyah right now, which is a bit surprising to me. Jesus hit 5 first, going for the chase right now. There's an entangle. Aaliyah taking quite a bit of damage. Not going to be able to kill as he's pretty close to the tower. Zeus not going to take a whole lot of damage from any of those treants either. But yeah, I think I give that lane to the Lone Druid now. Looking for another entangle. Zeus getting pretty low. Bear gets another one. Actually, wow. Root Gaming from Jesus right now. Going for the kill. Aaliyah trying to TP out. Is it going to be enough? Just barely. Wow. Gets out with about 30 HP. I wonder if this Glaive's going to hit. There might be action in the bot lane. No, let's go back. I want to see. Who knows what happened to it. Level 6 on the TA. We see the traps going out. Squee just level 5. So the denies have been paying off for Fan. He's a little bit ahead, but dropping behind in the last hits there is Quap with the Shadow Strikes, just really throwing him out, doing a lot of harass. And no Mel dodging by Fan, which again I find surprising, but just gonna run back to base, maybe buy a TP. And the regen rune procs on Squee. He TP's bot with that. He's looking for blood. I'm lagging out, apparently, but no, we're back. The disruption goes out to start things off from Flex. Look for Squee to initiate. There it is, going on the Bane. Hydra's gonna go down. The Soul Assumption. Blink, drawing the first blood for the side of Swag. Now Barney in a bit of trouble as well. Spirit Lance goes out, so 2-0 for Swag right now. Coming back in game 2 with the vengeance, making it 2-0. And a nice rotation from Squee. Saw that Lanaya went back to base, gets the regen rune, procs up, runs down, or TP's to bot rather, picks up 2 kills for his team. So the first rotation out of mid is going to come from Squee, putting Swag in a really comfy position here so far, pretty early on onto the game. So almost 2,000 gold advantage, and 1,000 XP advantage right now for Swag. And maybe I'll just take some time in case anyone, again, just joining us. This is the Man Up 2.0 tournament, round of 8, best of 3 between Lanai's Little Secrets and Swag. Lanai's Little Secrets taking the first game, as we can see up there, and looking for another one here, maybe, but Swag not wanting to let that happen. Already 2 kills on the board right now. Actually, hold that thought. Initiation of the bot lane. Blink, gonna go down, a lot of trouble, so now on the board is gonna be Lanai's Little Secrets. They got 4 down here, maybe just wanting to push. But what I was going to say, there's going to be a giveaway, so tweet on Twitter later at FMBP Dota or at Southpaw Gaming, or both preferably. Tweet what teams, doesn't matter if you predicted correctly, just what teams you want to see in the finals, which that date will be announced a little later, but whatever teams you want to see in the finals, or just your favorite team, and then the prize for that will be a compendium, so anyone that tweets will just be put in the running for a compendium. We'll give them out later today after this best of 3, and then one more best of 3 from the round of 4 are all done. So make sure to do that and tweet things. It'll be awesome. You'll get a compendium if you don't have one, or an extra one, I guess. give to a friend that's maybe not watching tonight.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And wow, a
has
deny from the
been
bot lane as
denied.
we get back into this game actually. So Static denies that tower, doing fairly well. 20 last hits. Let's see where Nyx is at. 33. Just a little bit more farm. But Nature's Prophet, we saw him TP down there with the Treants pushing that tower. They were just a little apprehensive to stay down there and really force the fight around that. And they opt in backing and giving the deny. So they lose a little bit of gold that way. And maybe some momentum swinging towards Swag just because of that. Especially after just going down a kill. But game's still looking very good for them. As we see now, Fan 30 last hits, Quap 37 doing a little bit better. In the bot lane, Broodstare, the Soul Assumption, it's not going to be quite enough, but the Shadow Poison might be. Wow, somehow that didn't land. I really thought it did. Looks like that was over-rewarding. Both of these dropped at the same exact time. Two supports there on the side of Swag, though. They almost took out Broodstare. And Phase Boots finished on this Nyx. Where's he at now? He's going top lane versus Lone Druid. He actually does very well against Lone Druid, but not when Lone Druid's level 8 and Nyx is level 5. It's going to be pretty hard for him to be up here. Aaliyah is around, and maybe now just going to transfer to Aaliyah, trying to get another Root Gaming Entangle. Pops the, I don't know what that's called, Battle Cry for the enhanced damage and armor. Maybe turn around on Barney, try to get that Entangle. He gets it. This could be a kill. The Open Wounds goes off, though, and now Barney lifestealing like a champ. Jesus has to back out of this one. So well played there by Barney to actually last hit that bear up. I believe he last hit it. Either way, 300 gold going to one of them. As we see the supports here smoked up. No, not even smoked up, but they're going for a kill on the TA. Do they have sentries? They do. They've got one sentry. They need to drop it. The soul catcher goes off. It doesn't land. Fan now in a bit of trouble. Gonna go down. Visage picking up the kill there. So Blink going to 2 and 1 and 1 right now. 9 minutes into the game. 3-1 for Swag. A nice rotation from the supports there. And everything going pretty well, minus Jesus losing his Spirit Bear to one of the cores on Lanai's little secret. But he's getting ballsy. Wow, going for a kill here on Leah. Gets the one-hit Entangle. Root Gaming all the way. The Sprout gonna buy him enough time to get out of there. Oh, one more hit would have been quite just enough there. Maybe could have even entangled again as the proc chance was off cooldown. But Aaliyah gets out of there barely. Now Jesus level 8 compared to Aaliyah's 7, so a whole level ahead now is Jesus, and I feel like doing very well in this lane. Actually, mid lane, let's hold that thought. Squee in a bit of trouble. Ice Path not going to land. Thought Squee was going to run the other way, but instead he blinks up top. Going to wait patiently. Waits for that rune, picks it up, gets the rune control. Meld hit goes out from Fan. Another trap set. Wow, Fan showing he's no stranger to this hero, obviously. The blink goes out. Trap off cooldown in 5. Is there a meld hit? The regen's popped. That's going to stop the regen. He still has the bottle, though, so bottling up. And Wrath of Nature going to take him out. So Aaliyah getting right into that game. Getting the XP from that. Now he's level 8 while just sitting at base, so that's nice for him. And wow, nice play there from Fan. Laying those traps. 2 meld hits. And I liked it. It was funny that Squee was just like, I'm just going to wait a second, see if it's up here. And it was, but he paid the price. He did drop a kill there and gave quite a bit of gold to Aaliyah, looking at around maybe 11-minute Midas here in this lane against the Lone Druid. And pinging up here is Squee. I think he wants to come top. Blink is actually smoked up as well, coming around the mountain. And then let's see, level 4 doesn't have his familiars yet. But here's Squee. Squee's rotated up, so that's what the ping was indeed for. Nature's Prophet could be in trouble. He senses this. He's backing behind the tier 1 tower, hiding in the trees a little bit, just waiting on Zeus to push this lane up. He even destroys the trees a little bit. Ping's coming out. Who was that, Teal? They find him. He's trying to TP out of this. The Soul Summoner goes off. And the Sonic Wave as well. Visage somehow gets that kill. So going 3-1 and 1 right now. They pick off Aaliyah. They delay the Midas. So now Aaliyah having a bit of a tough game. It's 4-2 at the moment. Nyx, though, free farming this whole while. Level 6, 52 last hits. Not the best at this time, but doing alright. The tier 1 tower top, though, in quite a bit of trouble. Actually, mid lane looks like there's an engagement. Ice Path goes out. I don't know what Fan was doing over here. Brunster, though, in trouble. He's going to go down. And Static picks up that kill, so another core picking up a kill. He's 2-0 right now, 45 last hits, so pretty much caught up to the Nyx. And then wow, on the backside of that, Wrath of Nature again getting a kill right off the respawn. I believe Fiend's Grip thrown out there. Infest damage being thrown out as well. The Familiar's even going to be farmed up as 3 drop in the mid lane. Now it's 5-5. Well played by the Naya's little secrets there in that mid engagement to not only get way more kills, bringing it back to 5 versus 5. That Familiar gets meld shotted as well. A lot of gold going the way of Fan, and the tower last hit there by Nature's Prophet. Thought that death was going to deny his Midas a whole lot, but big plays right off the respawn, picking up a kill. And oh my god, the Nightmare from Hydra up the high ground. How did you even see? It looks like they maybe got a ward. Blinking over as everyone ran up the hill. Bit of a mistake there. 7 seconds though. Is there an open wounds? Doesn't. Oh, it's already been used actually. And the sprout, maybe not wise. Wow, just enough damage there. Double damage from Fan kicking in right in the middle of that blink animation. Squee almost got out of there. Now it's 6-5. Lanai's Little Secrets turning this game around. XP dipping back down to even. Same with the gold. Maybe even gonna flip over in Lanai's Little Secrets' favor. Bane picks up his mana boots. He's got to love that. Opted not to go Soul Ring. Probably the right choice. Going to get mana. Helps the team a lot more. And then Soul Ring would delay those mana boots quite a bit. Aaliyah with the Midas. 13 minutes. It's not fast. But Nature's Prophet's one of the heroes that you can really delay the Midas. It's not so bad. You know you're just going to be farming in the jungle. AFK farming pretty much, and then split pushing and ulting when you need to, so he can catch up from a later Midas. And most likely again just gonna go Shadow Blade right off the back of this. Who's teaming up here? It's Aaliyah. He's canceling it out. Brunster's there, but pretty tanky right now. Almost 1600 health on Jesus. Gonna be hard to take him down. Instead, the pings come in the mid lane, trying to kill that Fan on that TA. They're smoked up even, yeah, wow, buying a lot of smokes. Drums finished up on TA. This is the same build we saw him go last time. I think he went Treads drums though instead of Phase drums. As you see, a lot more people opting for Treads. And wow, Flex really pushing the limits there. It actually attacks instead. Reveals himself out of the smoke. Now Jesus chasing Barney. Barney in a bit of trouble. The open wounds though into that bear is just so much. Tries to TP immediately. Fiend's gripped. Stacked with that ice path a little bit. Now Jesus taken out. Got a little aggressive. He's got to regret that. Does he have a bear resummon? Wow, bear's going to be down for about 15-20 seconds when he respawns. So not terrible, but gonna put him behind a little bit as he was having a great game. Most farm in the game right now. Fourth highest net worth though, as there's some kills on the other core heroes like PL, Nyx, TA. But Squee in trouble in the mid lane. Melted doesn't quite land, but doesn't matter, the damage is there. Aaliyah attacks fast, Fan hits hard, and with that combined they had just enough damage to take him out. Maybe checking into those graphs now as it's 8-5. We see the gold graph just tipping over a little bit. Probably helping out is that Midas usage that Nature's Prophet can now use. And then a couple more kills. 3 kills ahead right now, 8-5 in favor of Lanai's Little Secrets. Puts them at a 1000 XP advantage at 14 minutes into the game. So still very close. But now the split push is really getting underway here with the Treants. And like I said, Jesus without a bear still for 5 more seconds even though he's alive. They're going to run. They can't really defend this. Will they fortify? Yes, they do. They fortify. That means they want to fight here. Disruption there. It's a self-disruption on Flex as he's already getting pretty low. Fan trying to do as much as he can over there. And then Bane picks up on a killing spree with the Brain Sap use there. Squee goes down as well. Now Barney fighting that bear, but bear is enfeebled, not doing a whole lot of damage. And wow, Hydra really trying to throw the dust and get a Fiend's Grip, but it's on cooldown or at least a Brain Sap on the PL. And then Fan just picking up mad kills over here in the mid lane. Kind of separated that fight as Swag was going up the lane and then also through the jungle here. Didn't really work out in their favor as they got pretty split up. And then no kills for Swag in that engagement while LLS picks up another 3. The open wounds on the bear. The bear's going down here, even an ice path used. The battle cry, not going to be enough to negate all the damage from 5 heroes. And they take 2 towers and another team fight, so now LLS very much in control of this game. They played from behind early, which is the first time we've seen them do that really this whole tournament from the times that we've cast. But now right back ahead where they're used to being 5,000 gold advantage, 5,000 XP advantage. They could probably back out on Ro8 pretty quickly, as the lanes are all very well pushed towards Swag's side of the map, and they've got the Treants and they've got the damage there from Fan. It looks like that might be where they're going. And maybe Swag aware of this as Flex buys a smoke. Yep, TPing into the Ro8 pit right now. The trees are out. The rush attempt is underway, and maybe not quite. Squeezing the bot lane, everyone else over here by the ancient, or the big camp in the jungle for the Radiant side, and static farming top. The pings go out now. Static's like, hey, they're there, but nothing you can really do. Roche is dead already, going down at 1641. And they're going to give that to TA, so TA having a good game. Jesus still with, no, not quite with the most last. It's tied right now for Nyx. The net worth for Nyx, though, oh, it's current gold. Quite a bit higher, 2,000 gold higher despite the even last. It's just because of the team fight wins and the levels probably. Wow, actually Jesus way higher. That aggressive Trilane, he still hasn't caught up from that yet. In terms of levels, is that Nyx from the aggressive Trilane. He's level 9. Jesus with the solo, level 11. Looks like they're maybe trying to smoke up here by their ancients. Maybe let's check out the warding right now. So D-Ward goes out, doesn't quite get to this one. Or maybe they just didn't even check. That should be in range. But 2 wards here for both teams. One in the mid lane for the Dire, looking for any rotations as the push in the mid lane coming now. And then the Radiant with one on their own Ancients. The tower goes down. It looks like Fortify going to be popped. No, it's not. Denied. And then Fortify popped. So a bit of a waste, but still good news. And Aaliyah TP's right in with the Nakes inside of him into the fray. So a global Nakes bomb there. Jesus being focused there by the Nakes. Flex goes down. Fan takes him out. Aaliyah on the back side of this. Shadowblade is finished up on him. Now who are they going to go for on the other side of this cliff? Jesus goes down. Now Blink's going to go down. Static. He's dusted up. Doesn't have mana. Now Barney here, just barely living, but Armlet toggles out of that. Was trying to get Squee, it looks like. And Brunster still on the chase. Static gonna live and be just fine, but now Squee in potential trouble. No, he's able to blink out of that. Oh, I thought he blinked down, but no, he's over here on the high ground, caught in the ice path. Melted comes out. Huge Melted. 15-6 in favor of Lanai's Little Secrets. And yet another tower gonna drop for them as they denied their mid tower, and did they deny the top tower? I can't remember. The bot tower was denied as well, so a few denied towers on both sides, but Lanai's Little Secrets maybe running away with this one as the PL, he's got a Diffusal out now, so he's pretty strong, but he was there in that last fight and they really couldn't do a whole lot. That TP and Invis TP, I would assume, is what happened with that Nakes bomb popping out right in the middle of everyone. So really well played there by Aaliyah and Barney. Fan now with the move speed strat pretty much. 414 base move speed with the boots, the drums, and then the Yasha. Drums still with 3 charges, so even more move speed when she needs it. Either to escape or to kill. 0-5 right now is Squeeze, so having a bit of a rough time. Static's 3-1 though, with getting close to 100 CS, so he's still having a pretty decent game, the most farm, but the 4th highest net worth. We can see the 3 cores right now. Nature's Prophet just rolling in money as he always does at 8.3k gold. Got that Midas, got that Shadowblade, split push enabled for him. Then we find Fan, just getting a lot of kills this game, sitting at 8k net worth, and then Barney there on the Nakes, just a little bit behind that, at roughly 8k as well. And then finally we get to Swag side. They got Static on that PL, Jesus on the Lone Druid, and then Squee here. Oh, actually Squee in a lot of trouble. Fiend's gripped up. Looks like he blinked in to get aggressive on Brunster. Brunster drops the Macropyre even on that, just showing you don't mess with the Twin-Headed Dragon, as Squee falls yet again to 0-6 right now. Static doing his best to free farm up. Gonna be pretty hard for him this game though. They don't have a massive answer on the side of LLS for all the PL illusions. However, Nakes is strong. He's got a Basher. There's a global Nakes bomb going out. The Shadowblade, he's running the wrong way, but still a bit of time on that. This could be the death of Jesus or Static. More than likely Static. I don't know if they've got dust or not. Their Sentry's pulled out. Nakes bomb goes. Open wounds onto Static. Is he going to throw it? There it goes now. Jesus battling on the backside. Able to pick off Hydra, it looks like. Indeed he does, but now Fan shows up to the party. They can probably just take out the bear, but no, going straight for Zeus. The trap barely lands. Treant spawned to cut that corner. Now Squee into the fight. Nice wave. Actually, a little bit of a miscommunication there with Flex as put Fan under, dodges the damage, melted out of that. Now Jesus in trouble. Lots of damage coming out, and I don't even know what stunned him up there, but it looks like he was indeed stunned. Familiars get side-bladed out. Squee now blinking the other way, just trying to kill Brunster, make the best of this, but now might even go down as well as the Macropyre Ice Path is going to be dropped up. He blinks over the trees. Looks like the Aegis was popped on the backside of that. Barney getting another kill there, and now Fan. That was his Aegis that dropped. He's going 1-on-2 with Static and Blink. Barney picked up a double kill already. Another nice Ice Path from Brunster. Second time we've seen him play Jakiro, actually. And now Blink in trouble. Flex in trouble as well as he gets sprouted up. Now it's all of a sudden 23-7. The GG is called. Lanai's Little Secrets takes it 2-0 in a great position to win this whole tournament, as they're going to move on to the round of 4 and most likely going to be casting their next series versus either Team Lucid or Team Elephant. But stay tuned, that might change. But anyway, well played, Lanai's Little Secrets. Congrats, moving on to the round of 4. Also a best of 3. And again, tweet at Southpaw Gaming or FMBP Dota what teams you want to see in the finals, or just your favorite team. Doesn't really matter. That'll put you in the running for a compendium. This is the Man Up 2.0 tournament hosted by Southpaw Gaming, and I'm Helium from FMBP Dota. thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys in just a few, at the most, maybe like 20 to 30 minutes, depending on where the other series is at. We'll be bringing you that round of 4 action shortly.